Hello and welcome to Golden Days Country, 30 minutes of great country sounds. And we begin this edition of our program with Al Dexter, Pistol Packin' Mama.
Drinking beer in a cabaret, and was I having fun, until one night she caught me riding. Now I'm on the run. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. She kicked out my windshield, she hit me over the head. She cussed and cried and said I'd lied and wished that I was dead. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Drinking beer in a cabaret and dancing with a blonde, until one night she shot out the lights, bang, that blonde was gone. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. I'll see you every night, babe, I'll woo you every day. I'll be your ugly daddy if you'll put that gun away. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Now I went home this morning, the clock was ticking 4. Gunny in her hand says you're my man, but I don't need you no more. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Now there was old Al Dexter, he always had his fun, but with some lead she shot him dead, his honking days are done. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down.
See them tumbling down, pledging their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweeds. Cares of the past are behind, nowhere to go but I'll find just where the trail will wind, drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed. I know when night has gone that a new world's born at dawn. I'll keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed.
1946, Sons of the Pioneers, Tumblin' Tumbleweeds. And we began this edition of our program Golden Days Country with Al Dexter and his own composition, and that was Pistol Packin' Mama. Now let's turn to Tex Ritter, and he tells us all about the deck of cards.
Friends, this is Tex Ritter with a strange story about a soldier boy and a deck of cards. During the North African campaign, a bunch of soldier boys had been on a long hike, and they arrived in a little town called Casino. The next morning, being Sunday, several of the boys went to church. A sergeant commanded the boys in church, and after the chaplain had read the prayer, the text was taken up next. Those of the boys who had a prayer book took them out, but this one boy only had a deck of cards, and so he spread them out. The sergeant saw the cards and said, "Soldier, put away those cards." After the services were over, the soldier was taken prisoner and brought before the provost marshal. The marshal said, "Sergeant, why have you brought this man here?" "For playing cards in church, sir." "And what have you to say for yourself, son?" "Much, sir," replied the soldier. The marshal said, "I hope so, for if not, I shall punish you more than any man was ever punished." The soldier said, "Sir, I have been on a march for about 6 days, and I had neither Bible nor prayer book, but I hope to satisfy you, sir, with the purity of my intentions." With that, the boy started his story. "You see, sir, when I look at the ace, it reminds me that there is but one God. And the deuce reminds me that the Bible is divided into 2 parts, the Old and the New Testament. And when I see the tree, I think of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. When I see the 4, I think of the 4 evangelists who preached the gospel. There was Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And when I see the 5, it reminds me of the 5 wise virgins who trimmed their lamps. There was 10 of them. 5 were wise and were saved. 5 were foolish and were shut out. And when I see the 6, it reminds me that in 6 days God made this great heaven and earth. When I see the 7, it reminds me that on the 7th day God rested from his great work. And when I see the 8, I think of the 8 righteous persons God saved when he destroyed this earth. There was Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, and their wives. And when I see the 9, I think of the lepers our Savior cleansed, and 9 of the 10 didn't even think it. When I see the 10, I think of the 10 commandments God handed down to Moses on a table of stone. When I see the king, it reminds me there is but one King of heaven, God Almighty. And when I see the queen, I think of the Blessed Virgin Mary, who is Queen of heaven. And the jack, or knave, is the devil. When I count the numbers of spots on a deck of cards, I find 365, the number of days in a year. There's 52 cards, the number of weeks in a year. There's 4 suits, the number of weeks in a month. There's 12 picture cards, the number of months in a year. There's 13 tricks, the number of weeks in a quarter. So you see, sir, my pack of cards serve me as a Bible, almanac, and prayer book. And friends, I know this story is true because I knew that soldier.
Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from the Queen of Flowing Mountains to the South Belle by the Moor. She's mighty tall and handsome, she's known quite well by all. She's a combination on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble, and the roar, as she glides along the woodland, through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear those lonesome hobos squall, while traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Down to Birmingham one cold December day. As she pulled into the station, you could hear all the people say, "There's a gal from Tennessee, she's long and she's tall." She came down to Birmingham on the Wabash Cannonball. Our eastern states are dandies, so the people always say, from New York to St. Louis and Chicago, by the way. from the hills of Minnesota where the rippling waters fall. No changes can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear those lonesome hobos squall, while traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Now here's to Daddy Claxton, may his name forever stand, and always be remembered in the course throughout the land. His earthly race is over and the curtains round him fall. We'll carry him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodland through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear those lonesome hobos squall, while traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball.
Two of the legends of country music, Roy Acuff and the Wabash Cannonball, and before that it was Tex Ritter, and of course everyone knows the story of the deck of cards. Now we turn to the local Australian performer, and a great one she is too. It's Casey Chambers, A Little Bit Lonesome.
often have heard the great tales of the range, where horses run wild and have never been tamed. But the hard-riding cowboy, as tough as old nails, could ride any bronco that followed the trail. We all tip our hats to old Strawberry Roan, for many a hard-riding cowboy he's thrown. Some boasted if ever they once have a chance, they'd show that old bronco the right way to dance. Yodelee, yodelee, yodelee. Well, we all gets a chance just 2 years ago to draw for the pony that had never been rode. They shook up the numbers so it would be law. Then each grinning cowboy reached in for the draw. My number was 7 and lucky some say, but it sure wasn't lucky for me on that day. In the old bucking chute marked number 11 stood Strawberry Row and his side marked a 7. I eases the saddle down on his old hide. I knew my old bones were sure in for a ride. I cinched up the saddle till he gave it a groan. I knew my old partner was Strawberry Roan. I eased myself down on that rusty old hide. He shook like a leaf when my heel touched his side. Oh, everyone yelling as the gate opened wide. Old Strawberry seemed to jump out of his hide. Yodelee, yodelee. He spun like a top, even put one to shame, who says number 7 is lucky to gain. I soon realized I'd sure found my match. My legs were a-swinging and nothing to scratch. We just parted company and I laid on my pen. So where is that cowboy who could learn him to dance? There's no feller living who has any pride can honestly say he can fan that old hide. So I've hung up my spurs and my battered old saddle, and never a bronc will I again straddle. Good luck all you cowboys, you sure lose your pride if you try to sit straddle old Strawberry's hide. Yodelee, yodelee, yodelee.
The late Wolf Carter, I've hung up my chaps and saddle. And a nice little bit of yodeling there. Before that it was Casey Chambers, Australian lass, A Little Bit Lonesome. Now let's listen to Jerry Wallace, and he tells us all about the misty moonlight.
In the misty moonlight, by the flickering firelight, any place is alright, long as I'm with you. In a faraway land, on the tropic sea sand, if your hand's in my hand, I won't be blue. Way up on the mountain, or way down in the valley, I know I'll be happy. Any place, anywhere, I don't care. In the misty moonlight, by the flickering firelight, any place is alright, long as you are there. I could be happy in one little room, with only a table and chair, as happy as I'd be in a kingdom by the sea. Darling, if you were there, and I could be rich, or I could be poor, but if you were by my side, I could be any place in this whole wide world, and I know I'd be satisfied. Way up on the mountain, or way down in the valley, I know I'll be happy. Any place, anywhere, I don't care. In the misty moonlight, by the flickering firelight, any place is alright, long as you are there. In the misty moonlight, by the flickering firelight, any place is alright, long as you are there. In the misty moonlight, by the flickering firelight.
Into the straight and the gray breaks from the net. Well, they can throw away the cameras for this one. It's gun send again.
We cheered him from the grandstand and we cheered him from the flat. We cheered a little beauty, a real aristocrat. He's never thrown the towel in, been a trier all the way. A horse we're really proud of, the yonder Windy Gray. From Eagle Farm to Randwick and from there to Flemington, he chased the tonic record, winning hearts with every run. He made it in October on the Mooney Valley track, went past the Post of Glory with Higgins on his back. We cheered him from the grandstand and we cheered him from the flat. We cheered a little beauty, a real aristocrat. He's never thrown the towel in, been a trier all the way. A horse we're really proud of, the yonder Windy Gray. A Tuesday in November didn't alter how we feel. Oh, we might have torn up tickets, but we got an honest deal. If there were cups for courage, you could trot him up for one. For if it could be measured, I'd say he had a ton. We cheered him from the grandstand and we cheered him from the flat. We cheered a little beauty, a real aristocrat. He's never thrown the towel in, been a trier all the way. A horse we're really proud of, the yonder Windy Gray. Oh, we'll miss him, that's for certain. Now his saddle's put aside, but round our track of memories, Gunsin will always stride. A swinging round the corner and then laying back his ears, the champ from yonder Windy with the chance of other years. Yes, we cheered him from the grandstand and we cheered him from the flat. We cheered a little beauty, a real aristocrat. He's never thrown a towel in, but a fire all the way. A horse we're really proud of, the yonder Windy Gray. Yes, a horse we're really proud of, the yonder Windy Gray.
The Gunda Windy Grey, big hit for Tex Morton, who was New Zealand by birth, but Australian by virtue of his longevity here, and passed away a few years back now. Before that it was Jerry Wallace, and In the Misty Moonlight. And let's round out this edition of Golden Days Country with the late, the great Patsy Cline. That's How a Heartache Begins.
Tell a little white lie and then multiply by 10, and then that's how a heartache begins. Mix some flowers he bought with a date he forgot to attend, and then that's how a heartache begins. I know about heartache, I know all the mistakes that young love can make. I've made them, so let's still be friends to the soft violin. I've listened while somebody played them, called his number in vain, again and again he's not in. But then, that's how a heartache begins. I know about heartaches, I know all the mistakes that young love can make. I've made them, so let's still be friends to the soft violins. I've listened while somebody played them, called his number in vain, again and again he's not in. But then, that's how a heartache begins. That's how a heartache begins.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then.
That's it for this edition of Golden Days Country. I'm Alex Hare. Thanks for listening, and until next time...
Happy trails.